Today, on this video, we are going to see some elaborate spinners that you can make it with elements that we find on any hardware store and are cheap to make them. Many spinners are made with expensive and professional tools, but I want to show you how to do it by yourself with easy tools. I hope this tip helping you to make some of these incredible models. No more words, let's start it. Number 1. We are going to need 4 ball bearings, a saw and a table of MDF or any chipboard. If you have doubt, watching carefully to know which kind of wood is. The most important thing is the edges don't have chips and its thickness shouldn't be more than 5 mm, because 10 mm is too much. When you have your good, take a piece of paper and draw the design, but buy the bearing before closing the hardware store. Maybe you have to modify the design according to the size of the bearing that you bought. The size of the bearing shouldn't be bigger than 20 mm. When we have the design ready, we have to trace to the good. With the drill bit, which has to have the diameter of the bearings, we make the holes of the good, as many as we need it according to the model that we want to. Remember to ask for help if you need it. The next step is to take the table and finish to cut the edges with the saw, because must be weird that you have a professional one at home. Sand it down and then decorate it in the best way possible that you can imagine. On the video, the designer made 2 models with tribal symbols and another with 2 wings. We can paint it if needed. Number 2. This will be similar to the previous one, and we are going to need bearing and good table, a cheap one. When we have it, we make the design. The design is really important to the spinner's balance, so try to be precise. My advice is to trace it on the good, marking the lines, but don't glue it on the good. The next step, with the saw, cut a part of the good to manipulate easily, and then cut the edges of the draw. With the drill bit, make the central hole. Remember, the diameter should be the same size as the bearing. The next step, as you're watching, is making the other hole with the drill. On the holes, insert a metal pipe, which also you will find on the hardware store. This last step is just for decoration and it's not needed. Also, you can make some metallic paper cycles and glue it at the end. The final steps, insert the bearing and set it down if you see some chips. And after or before, clean the bearing with any paint thinner. Thus, the model is more than okay, but if you want, you can make it a cover. You can make it with the rest of the wood and paste it with any glue. If needed, paint it. What do you think? Extra. The following one is a little different. This time we are going to make one which doesn't need a bearing. As a ball bearing, we are going to use a computer cooler. You have to find some with a circular shape. We cut with the saw any extra part. Maybe we will need to make a hole in its center and put on it a screw. On the video, the maker uses a plastic one. To decorate it, use some nuts, glue around. I think this kind of spinner are quite well, even though use bearings. Number 3. For the last one, we are going to keep using the same techniques as the first one. We need a bearing, a table of wood and 3 screws. 3 little balls which should be glued on it. Draw as well as you can the design of the shape on the good. Make 7 holes with the drill bit, 3 of them bigger than the rest and the rest with the same size as the bearing and the screws. The next step, cut the edge with the saw. Then, sand it down, cut the points if you want to. Paint it with the color that you like. Clean the bearing with thinner. Remember to do this if you want that your spinner rotate more than 20 seconds. Finally, we put the screws. Do it by force or fluids. I hope you're daring to make some of these models. As you could watch, our models quite complex, but with imagination and creativity you can make it. Please put your like on the video and subscribe to my social medias. Thank you and bye!